Well, let's talk about that list of goals we are setting each and every year or beginning of the year for ourselves that we very much like to abandon after like the first month, at least me, and not carrying on with them, but this time Planty edition. So hi everyone and a happy new year to all of you. I am so happy to have you here for today's Planty video. But before I get started with today's video, I just want to thank all of those people who decided to subscribe in my very first month of being on YouTube to my channel. I am so grateful for that and very much thankful. So thank you so much. And so let's get into the video, which is going to be a list of my Planty resolutions for 2022. So now then, I listed out everything on my phone, so if I'm looking down, that's why that is. My phone is down here, I can't remember everything, so yeah, let's get into it. Now I have three main categories I want to talk about. First being on plant care in general. After that I have a category of aesthetic and finances. I will discuss it later on in the video why I do finance and aesthetics in one category, and also I have a community category. So let's begin right away with the first one, which is going to be plant care. Now overall, I would like to take better care of my plants. I realized this last year and yeah, in the last months especially, that I don't really take care of my plants to my best ability, and this is just because of my laziness. So I want to be more present and like mindful when it comes to caring for my plants. I have like general way of taking care of my plants, and this year I just want to make it more individually catered toward the one specific plant, if that makes sense. Like for example, I have my usual soil mix which I use for all of my aeroids, despite them having maybe different needs. So I want to change up my soil game also, and just how I water my plants. I am very much an in-place waterer, which sometimes is not the best case because of mineral buildup, for example, so you don't really flush the plants through. Now I have realized that not all of the plants like that flushing through or are quite okay with just watering them in place, but either way I just want to start experimenting with that. And also another major point under this name of, or under this goal of plant care, would be to up my game when it comes to pest prevention, and also to get finally rid of thrips. Now if you haven't seen the last 3 videos of mine, I think I mentioned in all of those 3 that I still have thrips. Like I got them last year April, I think March or April, I'm not quite sure, and there has been times I thought I got rid of them, but they are all the time popping up and it is really frustrating, so I just want to get rid of them, kill them all. Yeah, so that's a major goal of mine in 2022. And also I don't really had a routine of how to prevent pests, so that is, I think, one major fault of mine and the reason why I have pests currently and for almost like the last year, because I don't really I haven't taken pest prevention seriously. So I want to get deeper into that topic to learn more from other creators, for those who have like more experiences with pest prevention than me. So yeah, that's going to be another major goal of mine in the category of taking care of plants. Now also I want to, now look, since I saw all those videos from Caitlin from Plant Life in the Tropics, where she is maturing her plants on like wooden planks, I mean, that's goals. I want to mature my plants also so badly, but I came to realize that wooden planks just aren't really going along, or isn't really that what I need when it comes to maturing my plants. I tried it, but it didn't work for me, unfortunately. It is probably because I did something wrong or I am not really educated on the topic, I guess. But I found that most poles work so much better for me, and I started to mature my Splendid, which I featured in last week's video. So I want to do that with other plants of mine, and I want to buy specific plants to mature with the goal of maturing them, because I mean, if you have seen like a mature version of a Monstera dubia, I mean the development of how the leaves looking, of how it's maturing, of how it's shifting like shapes, it's amazing, and I want to be able to do that somehow. So yeah, that's another major goal of mine. And the last one in this category would be to build stronger connections with my plants, because as you've seen in my last video, I have like those top 5 plants. I have a very much deep connection, or I feel like I have one, and I think I know them the best. I want to have that with more of my plants. That doesn't mean I don't have a connection with my other plants, because I have with all of my plants some kind of a connection. I just feel like there are some plants I am not really connected to the same way as to other plants in my collection. So I want to work on that. I think it's kind of it's kind of my fault, because I just push them in the background, so to speak, and focus on other plants with which I have more deep of a connection, and not deepening the connection with other plants. So yeah, this is going to be all for the category of plant care. Now, when it comes to aesthetic and finances, I group these two aspects together, because I think if I want to make the way I present my plants and how they are situated in my room more aesthetic, that is going to reflect my spending on like decorative pots and accessories for plants. So that's why it is in the also like grouped together with the finance part. And as I already mentioned, I really like decorative pots, like cover pots. I know it's not the cup of tea of everyone, because also they just cost that much. So my goal is to save up money so I can be able to afford those like more expensive cover pots, so I can make my plants more pretty. I mean, I like a very good like pot and plant combo. I think it just gives off such a mood, and it is like so pleasing to the eye. So it is one of my goals for 2022. And also I have like blank walls which I just don't use when it comes to plants, and I want to set up like a propagation station, because I think it looks so nice with like the clear testing tubes on the wall, and like Scindapsus or Micans or whatever have you, propagations just dangling down from the wall. I think it's so aesthetically pleasing, and also like so much put together, because I think right now my propagation stuff is just laying around wherever I have place, and it is just not organized, and it is a pain to my eyes. And I just feel like so disorganized. So that's one major point. And also I just want to not just have the plants in my space, but also use them as some kind of a decor, and there is a way where you can display your plants to be aesthetically pleasing and incorporated in your other decorative stuff, so to say. Yeah, so that's a major goal of mine. And because it's like very much, yeah, like connected to finances. That's why I wanted to talk about this right in this category. And also when it comes to finances, I would like to cut back on the amount of plants I am purchasing. Now let me be clear. I won't do a video like a lot of other people are doing, where I just explain why I don't want to buy any plants or why I am going on a no buy, because I am not going to go on a no buy. I'm not quitting buying plants, because if I love a plant, and I think that is also clear for you from my last video, if I buy a plant, it is solely because I love it, I adore that specific plant. If I am able to find it in a shop where I can just buy the specific plant. And I don't know, I don't buy plants because they are hyped. I truly love them so much, and I want to have them because I want to be able to grow them, see them mature, see them thrive. So that's the motivation behind me buying plants. So I'm not going to quit buying plants. Also, I don't want to encourage anyone to just go out and spend a lot of money on plants. But if you have a yearly budget or a monthly budget you are able to spend on plants, I don't think there is like a shame in it to buy or bring in new plants. So I'm ranting right now, so I just leave it there. But I would like to cut back on purchasing plants and be even more mindful of what I'm bringing into my space, since I already have a lot of plants and I am maybe running out of space. So yeah, I just want to be more mindful of that, and rather than spending that money on plants, I rather spend it on like supplies and decorative pots and like things that I need for plant care. I think that is like more important for me right now. So yeah, rant over, this category over. So let's move on to the next one, which is the last category, which is the community part of plants. Let me tell you, I didn't get into plants because of the community aspect of it. I got into plants because I thought, oh my god, you can just like take that plant into your home, grow them, love them. I mean, I was so fascinated by the fact that you can just get some kind of these tropical plants. I mean, yeah, I'm baffled by that till this day, and I want to get more into the community part of it, since I have been lacking on that part as of now. So I have the goal in 2022 to like take part in more events. Like it can be something very much easy, like for example at the end of January Ecogenera has a pop-up here in Switzerland and I would like to go. I am open to meeting people. I mean, I know it's just a pop-up store, but despite that, I mean, there will be a lot of people who like plants. So yeah, I want to do that. Also, I would like to build here a community on YouTube where we can just exchange our experiences, exchange our knowledge, just talk about plants, like yeah, just have a space for all of us to express our love for plants and connect over them. So yeah, I would love to have that. So yeah, and another thing I didn't mention when it comes to plant care, like I want to do more propagation, and in the back of my mind I want to do that because of the community part of the plant sphere. Like I don't know how to express myself at this point. So like to be able to go on trades with other people, because I think the moment you are trading with someone, I mean, you can talk about different stuff and you get to meet people and their perspective on plants, and I find it so interesting to get to know other people and how they got to love plants. I mean, not of all of us love them from the get-go. I mean, I didn't love plants ever but for the last 2 years. So, and I don't know, I just want to connect with people. I think we were all lacking because of certain things in the world of connection, and I would really much enjoy to connect with people who love plants as much as I do. So yeah, also this is not really integrated in any category I have been speaking about, but I would love to go and visit botanical gardens. Like Germany has such beautiful tropical botanical gardens, and also the Netherlands, and I would love to visit them to learn more about plants, to see them in their mature form as well. So outside of my 3 categories, that is one other main goal of mine in 2022, to just, if it's possible, to travel to these botanical gardens and see them. So now that I spoke so much, not just about my goals, but in general of my mindset when it comes to plants, I think we can wrap up this video. I thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope you had a great start to your year, and also let me know down in the comments what kind of planty resolutions you have for 2022. I am very much curious to see what goals are you setting for the year. So yeah, thanks again so much for hanging out with me today, and till the next time, bye bye guys.